Welcome everybody to the Chicago Bears franchise. It's week 17. The Bears take on the Miami Dolphins, hoping that their season won't end today. It won't be easy, but the Bears have fought back from a 2-5 start to win their last three, giving them an 8-7 record. They'll need some help today as well as a victory if they hope to make it to the playoffs. It's a very tight wild card race, and these are the teams we're hoping lose today, with the Seahawks and Falcons being the most important. The Dolphins are very banged up. They're starting Matt Schaub at quarterback, and we're going to see that Dolphin offense up first. Welcome to Miami, everybody. It's Jakeem Grant on the return, setting up the Dolphins at their own 30 for 15th year quarterback Matt Schaub, who has an 8-touchdown, 4-interception stat line this year, backing up Ryan Tannehill, who is out. First and 10, Miami, and here's a handoff to Connor Gary, the third-string tailback, and here's how banged up this team is. No Rashad Jones, Jarvis Landry, Jay Ajayi, Kenyon Drake, or Ryan Tannehill. Second and 7, here's Schaub off the deep play action, and he'll fire to the sideline, stills with the move, gets out of bounds at the 48 with 14 yards. Miami going with two tight ends as they'll try running up the middle, and Gary is taken down by Eddie Goldman. Matt Schaub last started a couple games back in 2015 for the Ravens. Here's third and 7. Schaub has time, and he looks to move out to his right, and he goes down. It's Akeem Hicks. Following a punt, now time to see this Chicago offense, again led by Andrew Leonard and Benny Cunningham on the ground. We saw Leonard make the game-winning touchdown throw to Cam Meredith last week to keep this season moving. Benny Cunningham has also had a very good stretch of games without Jordan Howard. First throw of the day is intercepted. Leonard to DeShazer Everett. This wasn't even close. He just throws it right to him. Meredith not open whatsoever. A terrible decision. Miami at the 30. They take over with Schaub quickly to Julius Thomas for a gain of 8. Just outside the red zone, 3rd and 1. Here comes Stills. They go quick to him, and he's going down for the loss. And that'll bring out the kicking team for the Dolphins. 3-0 Miami after the Andrew Leonard interception, his 8th of the season. They'll go back to Cunningham now for a couple yards. And Ndamukong Suh has had a great year, 19 sacks in the middle of that defensive line. Leonard flushed on second down, floats it for Richardson. He picks up a block and hits the Jets. Inside the 20 to the 10, he'll go all the way. Touchdown. That is the first score for Richardson all year. He's only played just over half the season and now has over 500 yards and the highest yards per catch on the team. 7-3 Chicago. 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter as Gary runs out to the right for about 6 yards. A bunch formation now as Schaub goes to the shotgun, throws it quickly on the outside to Devontae Parker, who takes it up close to the 43. Leonard Floyd is back for the Bears this week as they get some added pass rush. Gary takes the handoff again and runs uncontested to the edge to the 48 of the Bears. 4 and change to go in the opening quarter. Now they bring in Algernon Brown, the fullback, to carry on 3rd and short, and that's shut down by Jarrell Freeman. Again, the Dolphins forced a punt as Chicago now takes over at the 3. Cunningham gets a lane and the first down as he runs through a safety. Dolphins fans missing Rashad Jones right about now. Ball out to the 18 as they get away from their own end zone, and the pass from Leonard is broken up by Mason Foster, intended for Dion Sims. From the 18, pressure off that left edge. Leonard escapes, floats it deep, and there's Richardson with the grab. 100 yards now on the dot for Richardson. Good day's work already. Now 555 receiving yards on the year. Quick throw now to Meredith as he makes a short reception. He's closing in on 1,200 receiving yards this year in what has been an elite season. Going back to Cunningham now. Good job by Burton as Cunningham makes a move and picks up the first again. I continue to be impressed with Benny Cunningham. Cohen now into the game. Leonard floating on first down. It's intercepted. threw it right to Mason Foster. He's up the numbers. Leonard's giving chase, but he's running out of time, and he makes the tackle. He tried floating this for Burton, and you got to put this out in front if you're even going to try it. Which you could have a decent little play there with no chance at a pick, but you can't throw it there. Dolphins now set up to take the lead. They blitz Schaub. He floats, and he's intercepted, giving it right back. This is Callahan with speed. Up the sideline, and he will go the distance. Bryce Callahan with the pick six of Matt Schaub. I'm sure many of us remember the 2013 season where Matt Schaub set an NFL record 4 games in a row with a pick six. And that is one of the lasting memories of his time as the Texans starting quarterback. Bryce Callahan extends the Chicago lead. That's a potential 14-point swing. Matt Schaub going right back to the air now with his new possession as the second quarter gets underway. He finds Devontae Parker from the 41. Going to Lade now, getting those blocks in the second level as Calhoun sheds the bring down Gary. I think Calhoun's done a really good job this year with his extended playing time. Gary gets it again, tries to make a move near the sticks, and that could have cost him as Freeman makes the stop. 3rd and 1 for the Dolphins. They spread it out for Schaub. He's going outside, and that's intercepted. And Chicago's going to score again. This is Adrian Amos. Another pick six off Matt Schaub. Now a 21-3 lead. The Bears need the win to make the playoffs. That's not all they need, but Matt Schaub is helping them out big time. Already 4 turnovers in this game, and we're hardly into the second quarter. Dolphins now trail by 18 points as Gary loses a couple on the edge. Split backs now for Matt Schaub. And he gets good protection, floats it out to Devontae Parker. Good ball placement there. Parker moves the chains. Kenny Stills lines up tight now on first down. Schaub fakes, stretches down the middle. It's Stills open, beating Terrence Newman down to the 17-yard line. Dolphins in the red zone now. Leonte Carroo slot right. Pass is hauled in by Devontae Parker, this time against Amukamara. Again, Miami facing 3rd and short. They'll throw for it, and Schaub's picked off again. This time it's Marcus Calhoun from Kalispell. His 2nd interception of the year. Again, Schaub throws this right at him like he never saw Marcus Calhoun. 3 straight drives with a pick, and finally the Bears offense can take over. And they have Cunningham almost breaking this one if he had kept his balance. At the 13, they have 3 tight ends. And it's going to be Cunningham again, following Frederick Chickalow, the rookie. First down, Bears. We could see a lot of running from Chicago now with this nice lead, as the throw now complete to Cam Meredith is good for a first down up to the 37-yard line. Chicago is still keeping Michael Burton very involved in the offense. Throw this time from Leonard, complete to Jacob Tammy, but he made him work for it. And that's another Bear first down. 4.5 to go in this first half. Leonard 1st and 10. Pressure up the middle, and the football's free. Recovered by Bennett Jennings. And the Bears will back up about 14 yards. So this drive now might not be headed anywhere. Leonard again under pressure, and everyone was covered. Sacked by Ndamukong Suh. Now 21 sacks in his season. On 3rd and long, it's just a give to Chris Carson as this drive will be over, and they'll send it back to the Dolphins. So Matt Schaub is still in the game after 3 drives in a row with a pick. He'll throw it again, and this goes through the hands of Leonte Carroo. You can tell this team is missing some of their key starters on offense. 3rd and 8. Schaub outside, and that is incomplete for Thomas. If that's thrown any later, it's probably an Eddie Jackson touchdown. Still some time to go in this first half as the Bears can try doing something, and Leonard throws this pass about as poorly as he could have. From the 41 again, Leonard has time and floats it out with Enunwa reaching up for the grab and stepping out at the Dolphin 29. Inside of field goal range, it's going to be Cunningham now up the middle for a gain of around 6. Bears bring in Tariq Cohen this time. They'll get the delay, pick up the first, put a move on the safety, and the Bears again get the first down. This probably isn't much of a surprise, but I like all the running backs on this team a lot. 1st and 10, and Leonard misses Meredith wildly. He was covered pretty well. We're down to 32 seconds. The clock is still running. 3rd and 12 for Leonard. Steps up, floats back of the end zone. Incomplete for Cohen, and that will bring on Matt Prater. He's had a pretty good season this year for the Bears, and boots this through the uprights, giving Chicago a 24-3 lead right before halftime. With the help of Matt Schaub and 3 generous interceptions, including 2 for a touchdown, the Bears have opened up a commanding lead with 1 half to go. The Bears are doing their part so far. Unfortunately, the Panthers and Falcons are both winning their matchups right now, and the Seahawks game has yet to start. All the Bears can do is hang on to this lead and try to keep things under control as Benny Cunningham keeps running well, and he picks up a lot of extra yardage. I'm a huge Benny Cunningham fan. Fake now to Tariq Cohen, and it's a dump-off out to him in the flats. That won't go for very much. But the Bears at this point don't need to really get aggressive at all. They can play it pretty slowly. Don't want to get too complacent, though. Good play on 3rd down. Leonard finds Quincy Enunwa in Dolphin territory. I expect a lot of running, though. Just keep the clock moving, especially when it's working as well as it has. Cunningham fighting forward picks up 4 more. Cunningham will likely end this year with the most rushing yards for Chicago. 3rd and 7, and Richardson has to dive for it. That takes away all of the potential yards after catch, and the Bears will kick. Chicago chose to punt because of the 9-mile-an-hour wind they were facing. So Schaub and the Dolphins take over with a poorly placed, inaccurate throw. Matt Schaub has not been very good today, and really Andrew Leonard hasn't either. Parker now bobbles 1, and that hits the ground. Jackson creeps down, 3rd and 10. They're blitzing, and Schaub is going to the ground. That is Akeem Hicks with his 2nd sack of the day. Again, Chicago takes over. They're in Dolphin territory already. Leonard drops back to pass and drops this over the middle to Meredith. Although he had Tammy even more open, even further downfield. Ball at the Dolphin 37. Cunningham stretches wide. Good block from Meredith. Juke upfield. Cunningham to the 10. Brought down inside the 5-yard line. 31 yards. Cunningham over 850 yards on the season. Ball at the 4. Leonard. What are you doing? It's intercepted. Tammy wide open. This throw just gets completely away from him and intercepted in the end zone. These quarterbacks are setting back the forward pass by decades. I think we'd all much rather just see nothing but runs the rest of the way. Connor Gary gets 6 on this carry. Again, Chicago doing a pretty good job overall against the run. They get some pressure on Schaub, and no one's open. Leonard Floyd brings him down. Welcome back. Chicago takes over up 21 midway through the 3rd. Back to Cunningham, and there's Mason Foster. And Cunningham now down in pain. Hopefully Cunningham can return, but for now Cohen checks in. Cohen picks up 1 blitzer, but Javonte McKinney gives up the sack. 3 now on the day for Ndamukong Suh. Another punt now for Chicago. Pat O'Donnell having some trouble with it, and this kick is blocked. Scooped up at the 2 for a quick touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 2-score game. That's Tony Lippett, the former Michigan State receiver, who scores. I actually kind of liked him as a receiver. Not that that's very relevant. Chicago up 14 points, and Cohen in the game, stuffed by Ndamukong Suh. Sadly, it looks like Benny Cunningham will not be returning to this game, so we could see a lot of Cohen as the chains move on 3rd and 7. This is Paul Richardson. 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Again, Leonard back to pass. Middle for Enunwa, who hauls in the grab. Miami isn't covering anybody in the middle of the field. 1st and 10 for Chicago. And again across the middle, this is going to be Richardson, brought to the ground by Byron Maxwell. 3rd down and 6. Marquis Cole gets into the game, the rookie receiver. Leonard looking his way and nearly picked. Again, not ideal ball placement. If Lippett wasn't there, that'd still be behind Cole. 24-10 it remains as the 3rd quarter is nearly over. And I'm sure most of us want this game to just hurry up and end. The quarterbacks have been awful, simply put. 3rd and 3. Connor Gary makes the catch off the check down. And that'll take us to the 4th. 15 minutes to go, everybody. Matt Schaub now to Kenny Stills. Good throw, good catch. Out to the 35. The only offensive touchdown in this game was the long Paul Richardson catch and run. A slant again. Devontae Parker hauls this in. Gets out to the 49-yard line. Dolphins in the shotgun with split backs. Blitz on Schaub. He retreats and he's sacked back inside the 35 by the veteran Jarrell Freeman. 4 sacks for this Bear defense to go with their 3 interceptions. 3rd and 20. Schaub settles underneath and Stills doesn't get very much. And they'll punt again. I've thought about doing some awards here in the franchise on a yearly basis, so if you have any suggestions for maybe Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, leave suggestions for both awards and nominees in the comments. We'll talk more about that later. On 3rd down, we have a pass out to Jacob Tamme that moves the sticks. I'm just cheering for anything that keeps the clock moving at this point. Here's Cohen trying to slip past Sue, and the football's jarred out! Recovered by the Dolphins near midfield by Tankersley. He was so focused on getting by Sue, he never saw the defender running right at him. Dolphins, 10 minutes left and Stills can't make the catch. There's Calhoun again in coverage. Trips to the left side on 3rd and 10. Shaw, pressure's on, he gets it away. Carew taken down by Bryce Callahan. 4th down, Dolphins trying to spoil the Bears week 17. Blitz on Schaub, Carew wide open to the 20. Callahan chases him down at the 2-yard line. 45-yard play. There's still a lot of time to go in this game. Miami knocking on the door. Connor Gary, though, hit hard by Eddie Jackson. 8 minutes left, ball at the 1. Blitz on Schaub, spinning left. He's going down for the loss, Jarrell Freeman. Now it just got very difficult to find the end zone. 3rd and goal. Pretty good coverage. Schaub to the end zone, broken up by Bryce Callahan. On to 4th and goal. Dolphins have failed a couple times down in this area. Schaub again to the end zone, picked off for the 4th time. Amukamara gets around Gary and he's up the sideline, and he couldn't keep his footing and stay at full speed. Otherwise, that's probably a pick 6. Can the Bears successfully run some clock now? Cohen is still the back, toss out to the right side. So speedy, Tariq Cohen picks up 7 yards. He just glides downfield. Cohen is so fast. Chris Carson now gets the handle on 3rd and 1 and picks up the 1st. That's a gain of 9. Chicago with 4 and change to go. The fake now. And the dump off is intercepted by Byron Maxwell. Come on. Leonard has been all over the place today. How tall do you think Tariq Cohen is? He's 5'6" for those wondering. Miami takes over, still a 2-score game, and Connor Gary gets a few. 3rd down and short, we're down to 2 minutes. A deep shot now, nice coverage by Amukamara. Never let Parker get around him. 4th and short. Schaub again to the air. This is complete. Miami not done yet, but close. 1:38 to play with Schaub seeing the pressure and running right into it. He's sacked by Rooks and Akeem Hicks. 44 seconds left, everybody. Matt Schaub, 2nd and 26. Has time, needs more of it apparently. Going long for Carew, and that is hauled in at the 17-yard line. The score in the Panther game has gone final. They have won. The Falcons are also winning their game in the 4th quarter. as the Dolphins again convert the 4th down. 1st and goal with just seconds remaining. Gary makes the catch and is tackled down at the 2. Dolphins really want this last score of the year. Matt Schaub looking for it. Can't find it. He's sacked again. We've almost hit triple zeros, everybody. This is going to be the last play of the game. 4th and goal. Schaub and the Dolphins can't win it. And down goes Matt Schaub. Sacked by Akeem Hicks. This game's over. Bears win it 24-10 with no second half points and only 1 offensive touchdown. They finished the year at 9-7, winning 4 straight games to close the year, 3 of them without Mitchell Trubisky. It's been a wacky season for Chicago, and now they hope that they have done enough to make it to the playoffs. This season ended up a lot better than I thought it would after a 2-5 start. But now we look ahead, Week 17 complete. Are the Bears going to Wild Card Weekend? No, they are not. This season has come to an end. The Bears were very close. 9-7 gets you close, but not there in this season. The Seahawks and Falcons finish 9-6-1. They are the 2 NFC wildcard teams. The Panthers also missed out on the playoffs with a 9-7 record. I am not sure how the tie-breaking scenarios would have went with us and them. So here are some final numbers on the season. Really impressed with Benny Cunningham, who I thought was our best running back this season. Cameron Meredith is the #1 receiver of the Chicago Bears. His year was phenomenal. And I think we have some building blocks on defense, especially with breakout rookie Dante Rooks. Many of you have talked about doing awards for my franchises and dynasties, and I do want to actually organize it in some way this year, do some polls. I think I'll do that for the off season or in the recap video, but I think I want to do a most valuable player award, a most improved player award, a team overall rookie of the year, and maybe a couple others, but I don't want it to get too out of control. I don't want to do too many and water it down. But we have a lot of XP to spend now for some of these players. Frederick Chicolo gets a bunch. I think we smashed some of those goals. So we can upgrade him to an 85, I believe it was. Adrian Amos gets a lot, so does Cam Meredith. And we could still have players make the Pro Bowl. Remember, we have 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft after a 9-7 record. We have the Broncos' first-round selection after dropping out of the second round entirely last year. The Broncos went 8-8. So expect us to have 2 mid-first round picks. Thanks for watching Bears Franchise Season 2, everybody. We're going to have the recap video to follow this, and then the off season. I want to stream that on Saturday. I like doing those on the weekends. I know it's Sunday now, so it's going to be a little break until the off season, but we're going to get through that and then on to year 3 before too long. So thank you for watching. Remember to leave your feedback down below for the awards. Also, like the video and subscribe, please, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.